on there, huh?
Yeah. So Colton's he's competing with. We are live, by the way. He's competing with Dallin. Decided to do a podcast at the exact same time.
What's
Can
that
you believe
dork
it?
doing?
He's on Glitton things. They're cool. I
Oh,
like them.
nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. I just
Yeah,
wanted to
they are.
mention to everybody that I'm financially obligated to talk about Paper Street Coffee 69
Oh
times.
yeah, do it.
So
Oh, 69.
69 times. Yeah, Colton doesn't have to say any. I just came to be the buffer between. After everything he says, it's because of Paper Street Coffee. There you go.
So when is the last time that you guys had your Paper Street Coffee? What does that routine look like? Do you stop at a certain time during the day?
Yeah, I usually try and finish up by noon at least. Try and get done by noon. Usually it doesn't last that long. I drink it
Yeah.
a little bit too quick sometimes. But
Yeah.
Do you wake up every day at 4 in the morning and have Paper Street Coffee?
3:30 to 4, and I have 4 to 7 cups. Yeah.
So what time do you go to bed? Like 8?
No, I don't actually get up that early all the
Really?
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just go to bed. It's just always kind of different. Like tomorrow we'll be loading pigs at the farm in the morning. So Dad called me just about a couple hours ago to let me know. So I'll be up at probably 5:30 or 6 to go load pigs, and then
Yeah.
get started with the day.
That'd be the entire workout for me. So the stuff you do with the pigs would be like, I'd be like shot for days. So I knew you're so predictable, Odd. So I met her at the games. I sat next to her, and she loves to say he was totally normal at the games. I don't know, guys. He was normal there. She loves to show up and say, "I'm only here for so
Colton was normal. She said,
No,
Colton
she
was
said
normal.
she said I was normal because I'm a little bit crazy and
I disagree with both of those things.
yeah, no, I'm not. I think I can act normal for like
Yeah.
short periods of time, but
It just starts creeping out.
it
Don't
just
hold it down
starts.
so long.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like people probably feel tricked by me because I restrain myself for a good period of time until like I have them in my life and then it just pours out. Oh man. Hey, so you're going to be a married man. How did that I'm curious for both of you guys because I have plenty of weaknesses. One of them is I don't get nervous like when talking, but the one time I can remember that I was nervous was proposing to my wife. I was like shaking and I didn't expect it to happen. I thought it was going to be so smooth.
Yeah.
And it bothers me that she remembers that. How'd it go for you guys?
Before you answer, Colton, how many followers did you lose once they knew you were hitched? They're like, it's over. No more pursuing this dude.
No. I actually lost about 100.
Oh my gosh.
I checked.
That's
lost like
hilarious.
100. So, yeah, probably a little over 100, but that's okay.
Oh, that's Ben's first appearance.
I'll win them back. I'll just keep posting more pictures of Otis, and I'll win them back.
Oh, dude.
Awesome. Yeah, how many likes does this podcast have to get for us to get a teeny weeny?
A lot. No, we're gonna have a litter probably in like a couple weeks. I think Otis, he's been busy. We got our dog Dovey is gonna have some puppies. But
sorry, Odd. It's a little bit of an age difference too, but you're young, Odd.
Yeah, young at heart.
She's still young.
Yeah, but it was January 1st, and so I've had the ring for a little while. I have it stashed in a secret hiding spot somewhere on the property. I can't disclose. I have many secret hiding spots. But so I pulled it out of there while she was coaching at CrossFit Teo and was waiting for her to get home. She got home maybe 6:30 or 7 or so, and then bring the dogs in for the final time, usually a little after 7 for the night. They get them in their kennels for a little bit while we eat dinner, and they come out and hang out with us. So I brought all of them in except for Otis. So I went out and got him, and I had the ring in one hand, and I go to Allie and say, hey, I need to help me. I think Otis has got something in his mouth. I need to get it out. So I kind of held Otis on the ground with kind of just like this, and the ring was in my hand. I'm like, he's got something in his mouth. I can't get it out. So I kind of did a little shake and then let it fall on the ground. And then she grabbed it, and she goes, who lost this? She thought somebody came over and lost their ring in our dog pen. And Otis had it. But then she figured it out pretty quick. And
That's
she
awesome.
said yes.
That's great, dude. Congratulations.
So you were will you wad with me for the rest of your life?
Yeah. I said, want to marry me?
So this is not true. I know where he's getting this from. So what I said was, I said about Hunter McIntyre when Andrew Hiller and him were beefing. I was like, dude, I would destroy Hunter because I'm a wrestler. Now, I didn't know Hunter actually wrestled in college, so I would not destroy Hunter because he's way fitter. And he wrestled in college. And I knew he was baiting me, but he asked, we're in like a small group chat, and Augusta said, could you take down Colten? And I said, no, not once. And I mean that. I'd usually say yes, but if there's like big legs, I feel like I could get a takedown. But like, dude, like, how am I going to get a takedown with somebody with like who freaking squats like 450, 500, whatever you freaking squat? Like, you're sprawling, and I'm not getting that dude down.
I'm deceivingly quick too. I don't look that quick.
Oh, I'm sure you are. You
I'm
can
fast.
tell like when you do fast burpees and stuff.
Yeah.
What did you? So you were in Iowa for high school?
Yeah.
And did you win states? Or no?
Second place.
I got fucking second.
The first loser, dude.
Sucks.
First
I
loser.
think I remember reading about this. Is Iowa, so for high school wrestling, like where I'm from, Ohio is a great state. And obviously I was known for wrestling for college. Are they just as big for high school? Or do they just?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty big here. We don't have as many like top ranked athletes going into Division I as states like Ohio or Pennsylvania just because of the population, but per capita we're pretty solid there. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of good wrestlers. It's starting to get more and more to where there's one of our high school guys who are highly ranked nationally going into college this past handful of years or so. So I mean, it's always been big and it's just growing all the time.
And you could have wrestled in college, but you went the CrossFit route at that point, or am I off on timing?
Yeah, so I decided before my season ended that I was not going to pursue wrestling in college, and I was going to start doing CrossFit. Saw Rich Froning and a bunch of other jack dudes running around on the beach on ESPN, and I'm gonna go do that.
Dude, there's a lot of good wrestlers. People that some people aren't aware of, like Brandon Luckett was a really good wrestler in New Orleans or Louisiana. And then Jack Rosema, he actually wrestled for Ohio State, but I think he took like 4th or 5th in states. It was just some circumstances that got him at Ohio State. Wrestling translates really good, I feel like, to CrossFit if you go from that conditioning and kind of that pain cave that you have to enter in CrossFit was like practice every day.
Yeah,
I feel like
it's definitely one of the mentally tougher sports that you can do. Growing up in school, and it's also individual aspect to it, and you compete, hundreds of times one-on-one throughout your career. So I guess stepping onto the CrossFit competition floor and doing event after event throughout a weekend is not as big of a learning curve if you've only done sports like football, basketball, soccer, or different things like that.
Yeah, we had to do what was it called? Did you guys ever work out with the swimming team at all? Do their dry workouts?
No, we didn't have a swimming team. My school was too small.
Yeah, those were actually tough. Did you guys wrestle? You and Hopper? Was that clip? Was that clip I saw a long time ago?
Such a good
clip. Hey, I need to clarify some shit here.
Okay, all right, let's hear
Jason, he's a devious little feller. He posted the second half of the clip. What you didn't see, what you don't see. So what he said on his social post when he made it is that I hopped on top of him when he was stretching. What actually happened? So we just finished our workouts for the day at Crash, and I was in their like athlete warm up cool down area, getting my gym bag and the things put together. And Jason comes up from behind and he grabs me, and he's like, "You want to wrestle?" So then I turn around and I take him down gently, took him down very gently,
very gently,
to not hurt him. And then he starts tapping pretty much right away because he just didn't want me to pin him. He's not in any pain. Wrestling is the sport of control without damaging your opponent. So then I got him in, I isolated his arm, got him in the pinning maneuver and put him on his back. And he was tapping.
Oh, nice.
There was no pain involved, but I had to set the story straight on that. But then also, this freaking dork, what's his name? Hiller just made a video kind of about him. Zach Tillander.
Yeah, he did not like
Hiller
that.
just
he made some comments that have since been deleted, talking about how he was triggered that I was ignoring Jason's tap. Right, he's tapping out when we're in a wrestling
What?
exchange. Right, I'm not doing a jujitsu maneuver or anything on him.
Yeah.
Jason was tapping not out of pain, just out of wanting to save himself the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see Hiller just did a video on him? Telling her?
I haven't finished it.
Okay.
I watched it, but it wasn't really that about.
It's about,
that.
I know, it's about steroids. I feel like it would have got more views if it was just steroid video. That was the title. Like, I would have watched it. But.
Yeah.
So barbell spin, the truth is that I asked Rolo because I was like, man, it's so funny because Savan said the same thing the other day. He's like, I'm scared to have Austin Hatfield. He's like, I'm scared when we have Colten on. I'm scared of people who don't talk a lot. And I told Rolo, I'm like, hey, man, I want to ask Colten to do a podcast. Will you come too? Because I'm scared.
Yeah. It definitely helps because, yeah, it's hard to carry a conversation the one-on-one. Having a third party definitely helps. So
yeah. Okay. Move. Well, we've got to, I feel like I don't want to neglect you, Rolo. So we've got snow, but you have fires going on, which you're used to. Mm-hmm. Now, it's not near you, though, right?
It's like just 100 miles north.
Okay.
But we've got so much wind that the electrical companies are shutting down electricity for everyone. So I'm surprised I even have electricity. You drive around town and all the stoplights are off. People don't understand that a stoplight that doesn't work is just a stop sign. So people are almost running into each other. It's a madhouse. It's a madhouse. Do not recommend anybody here to go out in public right now.
Like an apocalypse
really?
over there.
People are like stocking up. That's crazy.
It's very apocalypse. Like, yeah, there's trash everywhere because the wind has been so heavy. There's, all the smoke from all the fires. It's ridiculous.
Jan, you know me. Why are you asking who I am? So we were at the store, and just because of the snowstorms and stuff, they're out of eggs, which really makes me mad. And I had to buy the really expensive ones, which are probably better for me. They were like $8 for a dozen. So they're probably like all natural and local and stuff, which of course I know is better. Colten, go natural, go local. Let's do it. Support our farmers. But they were really freaking expensive. And I love eggs. Like, that's all I eat. So, we were out. I hope they still have some. I have to go back, but it looks like another blizzard out there. Are you guys getting snow, Colten?
We haven't got a ton of snow so far this year. We usually get hit really hard in February. So we've probably only had maybe like 4 to 6 inches total of snow throughout the year so far. And then we've had warm periods where it all melts and then just gets super muddy. So we're just kind of going through that right now.
Okay. This isn't true, Barry. So I have a reputation for eating poorly, and I did gain weight this year. I kicked it back into high gear. I started eating clean 2 weeks ago. I've lost some weight. We're going to have a good year. I eat clean all day. My problem is that I have a problem. I get very hungry at night, and so I'll eat bad at like past 9 o'clock. If you cut it off before that, like, I'm high protein, clean, pretty much eggs, yogurt, and meat. That's what I like to eat.
Every time I call you, Grant, at 8 p.m.,
this is
in your car at Dairy Queen.
This was months.
What are you doing?
This was months ago.
I really wanted a milkshake, and then you're
going. This was like 3 months ago.
Every time I call you in the evening, you're out.
Every time. And I only picked up because I wanted to get talked out of it. And by the time we were done talking, it was closed. So I had a craving for some ice cream. I'm glad that's over.
Colten, who are you doing that comp with a Wadapalooza weekend? It's a team comp?
Yeah, doing with Allison. They changed the divisions this year, so typically it's been same-sex pairs. I've been doing it with Augustus last couple of years, and we won. I've won that competition probably 3 or 4 years in a row now, which has been fun for me. So Allie and I got to try and defend my title.
Yeah. So how come that competition rather than Wadapalooza?
Wadapalooza is fucking dumb. Wadapalooza is a lot of fun, but like last year, they only was 5 events, and then half of them got changed because of the weather. Yeah. So I didn't know if I wanted to travel out there and pay for, the hotel and the flights and all that stuff just for 5 workouts when I could go and just support a local comp. And I've traveled, I think 13 times this or in 2024. I've gotten a flight and gone somewhere and either competed or did something. So I think it was just time to lay low for a little bit and just stay home, let my body kind of do its thing, prepare for the season.
Yeah, not get sick every single time you travel. What do you just train through sickness, or does it depend on how sick you are?
Yeah, I usually do something. So I'll just vary the intensity and volume based on how sick I am.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the last time I took like a non-scheduled rest day because of illness. It was probably when I had my autoimmune disease flare up.
Yeah.
But if anything, I'll at least go and attempt like one workout at a lower intensity and just see how things go. Because sometimes you get one done, you're like, hey, now I'm feeling kind of good. But yeah, just lower the intensity and the volume, and then really focus on hitting my nutrition, hydration, and sleep, and let it do its thing.
Yeah. Grant, what's one thing you think you could beat Colton at? Any movements? Can you beat him at? Or a workout? Create a workout you could beat him at.
So I've done this with much lesser athletes that I truly believe I could. I'm not. I don't think so. Like usually my answer is like to John Young. I'm like, I think I could beat you in 5 wall walks and 20 box jump overs. But like Colton moves really fast, so no, I don't think there is one.
Doesn't exist.
Nope, not right now. And probably the way things are going, since I'm aging, probably never. But that's okay. Hey, are you doing, Colton? Are you doing any more of the? I know you did at least the one for the proven challenge thing going on. Throwdown. Are you going to get to do any more, whether the regular version or the your advanced version?
Yeah, I think I'm going through all of them. Joey has them all tweaked for me a little bit just to make them fit into my training progressions a little bit better. But yeah, I'll be doing all of them. So I did the first 2 last week, and I'll do the next 2 I think tomorrow and Saturday.
Yeah, the consensus is the people I've talked to, and then just me and my friend did it today for whatever. Maybe just because it's a 20-minute cap. I'm sure it won't take you that long, but Rolo, you were approaching 20. My workout partner was approaching 20. I got capped on the handstand push-ups on 21, and it just hurts. That one hurts the worst. Workout 4, which I didn't expect. I thought it would just thrusters and the burpees, and it being a fast workout. But workout 4 hurt.
I bet Mertens is 225, 315 for his.
Yeah, quite possibly. I briefly skimmed over what they are. I just remember the title was proven workout but harder or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I can't remember exactly what it is.
I think it's the deadlifts. You think it was the deadlifts that were so tiring? Rodrick?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just not that fit, so everything hurts.
Yeah.
Always. It could be an easy workout. I'm still dying.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's just my body. That one took a bigger toll on my body. I think it must have been the deadlifts, even though they aren't that heavy. Hey, I have a question, Colton. This is a kind of a funny story, but back when I didn't follow the sport, I watched a little bit of it because this must have been 2021 or 2022. I was at my affiliate in California, and they said semifinals was on, and we had a team at semifinals. So I watched it, and I just picked somebody to root for. Now, here's the funny thing. It was a little guy with a mullet. And to this day, just a few weeks ago, I thought to myself, I'm like, wait, because I think I saw a picture of you or something. And I'm like, wait a second. So my question is, did you win a couple events at semifinals or like really do really well, dominate one of them back in like 21 or 22?
Yeah, 2021. I whooped ass on a few of them. I won 2 events back to back, I think, and then was third in another one. And yeah, that was when I had the mullet going.
That was my first year of CrossFit. I started the beginning of 2021. I did not follow that side of things. And I watched it because of our team. And I just remember asking people, like when the Gabes came around, like, how's the dude with the mullet doing? And they would tell me. And that was
not it. Not good. 31st.
Oh, was it? Was that your first Games appearance?
Yeah. And I did even worse next year. But then the next year, it was good.
Okay, got it.
And then the next year, he wasn't in the Games.
Yeah.
14th, I think, right?
That means it's just going to be even better this next year. I've been going, back and forth.
Boom. TF, go ahead, Rodrick.
Yeah, I have a question. Do you wish you would have hired a coach sooner?
Wish you would have hired Joey sooner. I don't know if a coach in general, but yeah, I mean, I couldn't believe how big of a difference it's made having Joey help me. It's just been like, I feel like I started progressing exponentially faster in a lot of areas I've been working on for a long time. And yeah, it's helped so much. It was kind of nervous at first for it
Yeah.
because I've been doing my own programming for a little while, or
Yeah.
just taking what Kilo Trained was doing and kind of modifying it for myself. So I was a little bit nervous to hand it over to someone else, because you hear stories about, or you see other athletes like, you know, they're a top 20 athlete, top 10 athlete, then they get to a new coach, and then it's like, oh shit, now they're 30th. They're not qualifying for the games anymore. And, you know, I didn't qualify last year, but I was significantly the fittest I've ever been, and have just been growing on that all year. So I think this is going to be a really, really great year, and I'm very confident and excited for once things kick off here.
I feel like you post a lot of what you do, not maybe specifically, but are there any secrets that you keep? Are there things that you don't post, or things that Joey's like, hey, you can't tell anybody we do this?
I don't think he's ever told me specifically not to tell anyone about anything, but there's definitely some things that we do in training where I'm like, you know, this is probably a good thing to be working on right now. And maybe some other people have overlooked it, so I don't want to post it, just because like there's been times where I'm like thinking about videoing it and posting it, but then I have a second thought. I'm like, oh, maybe just in case somebody isn't doing it and they should be, I don't want to tip them off to it.
And then I have one more question. Grant will send me screenshots and like video clips of you working out all the time. Usually it's shirtless, but he always wonders. He's like, I wonder what Colten's thinking about right now. And then he'll zoom into your face.
That's not true, but there is some truth to this. I did. Go ahead.
I can show you the videos. But he always asks me. He's always like, I wonder what Colten's thinking about. He looks like he's just staring into nothingness. So
I did ask that.
When you're far into the workout and everything hurts, and the alarm bells are going off, is there no thoughts going on?
No, there's a lot of thoughts, but it's a trade secret. I can't tell anybody. I don't want people to know.
I feel like if you do something, you get angry. I feel like you're that type. I could be wrong, but I just think psychologically, I said to Rodrick, I was like, man, you posted a clip of doing the thrusters and the burpees. You remember you said you were a little bit off, but you did it anyway. It was like 6 minutes or something. Is that right? Was it thrusters and burpees a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Text messages. Did you send me the video of it?
I probably did on that one. And there's a reason why, because psychologically I was like, man, there's something interesting about him. And a lot of CrossFit athletes have this at the high level. Not all of them though. I swear sometimes it looks like your body actually is telling you like, oh, this is the moment where you take a break, or you put your arms and you just drop to the ground, like you ignore it. Like, a lot of people say going to the dark place, but I specifically have noticed it with you. And then of course at 24.2, I think that's when you were like, I didn't know who you were when you had the mullet, but when I picked people that I was going to root for, when I heard the story about, 24.1, when you said that you almost quit, that you wanted to quit, I was like, whoa, like this dude wanted to quit. The guy who's second, or wait, was it first in the world or second?
Yeah, I fucking won that one, dude.
Yeah,
okay.
First. I said before the workout even got announced that I was going to win that one.
Nice. Yeah, so I do think it's interesting, but okay, without giving away your trade secrets, would you agree that there's moments like where you feel like, okay, this is the moment where you rest for a second and then you just keep going to see what your body can do?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incremental mental progression that you go through over the years, where it's you kind of get to a spot where like, okay, well, I need to take a rest here. I need to take a break. I'm too tired. My legs are too heavy, whatever. But then you go, you rest a little bit less than you were expecting or planning on, or push a little bit harder, hold a little bit faster pace. And it's just an incremental mental progression where to eventually get to the point where you're like, okay, I'm at this spot physically where before would kind of be my limit, but now I know that I can keep pushing and keep operating at this level. And you gain confidence while operating through that level of fatigue, and it just becomes sort of like a new baseline, and then you have to push beyond that again. So it's just constant, a feeling at the margins of your experience, and that's where you see the most growth. And it's the same, just like to get stronger on your back squat, you have to lift a little bit heavier each week with your progression. You have to push a little bit harder mentally to keep progressing that as well. And it's a very linear path.
That's interesting.
Parallel path.
Yeah, I'm less fit this year than I was last year, but I actually think I learned more mentally about it. Probably because I was less fit. I actually had to like go when my body wasn't allowing me to. So I do think that I mentally found places that last year, even though I was significantly fitter. Like I was always pissed about 24.1 because I think anybody in decent shape should be able to get under 9 minutes. It's all mental. And I got a 950. And I broke on the snatches. Like the last, I think you had to do 9 and then 9 burpees. I literally did 5 snatches and then rested for like 8 seconds. It's like there's zero reason for that. But I couldn't do that time right now. It'd probably take me 12 or 13 minutes. But I feel like this year I've actually had to like enter some more painful places. There's been times I've like dry heaved and stuff just to kind of find out like, hey, how hard can I go? Do you really have to rest this long and stare at the bar for that long, you know? So that's been good. Silver lining to an interesting year.
Go for it.
I was just saying, there's been times I'm working out at the CrossFit gym, and like back in the day, we do partner workouts or whatever, and I'd hear like the people breathing next to me, and I'm listening to how hard they're breathing, and then they're like, "Okay, I need a break." But in my mind, I'm like, "Oh, you're not breathing like that hard. Like you could probably push more if you wanted to, but they're at the margin of their experience and how far they can push themselves." But yeah, just like progressing anything, it's a mental thing that you need to progress.
Yeah. Rodrick, you've done CrossFit for a long time. You've done some comps and things like that.
Yeah, I'm pretty fit. I did Elite Granite Games team of 3.
Dude, you're still like, aren't you like 90? Aren't you like 99th percentile when you look on CrossFit.com?
I think 1 year I was.
Okay.
It was a good year. I got top 100 on one workout one time. So I don't even know
really though,
Colten, to be honest. You should be asking me about how I get through workouts.
What's your thoughts on that as far as pushing the limits, Rod? Especially Rodrick, when you're not like competing, but you still are very active in CrossFit. How do you approach those things out of curiosity? Like you did a workout today.
When I was trying to be competitive, I just tried to hurt as much as I could, and it would like just like David Goggins says, he like snatches souls when he passes people. Every time I would be doing a workout and I would see people start really fast and slowly, like they would start slowing down, and I would just get incrementally faster.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I would just pass them by a few reps. I knew like they were devastated. I knew it, and it felt really fucking good. And I guarantee Colin does it in competition when he slowly passes somebody. It just is like, like yes, there's nothing better.
No better feeling than defeating the enemy.
Yeah.
At Crash, when we had the running, burpee, and deadlift workout, Chris Ibarra started off really fast, and I was slowly able to catch him round by round. And I think it was the end of round 3. We were at the burpees, and I had caught up to them. But then I had stopped, and I waited. I looked at my watch until he would get done with his burpee. Then I'd go over. I'd do my burpee, wait for him to get done, and then go over the yoke again. I just wanted to stay with him so that way we could get to the bar at the same time, and then he could watch me leave the gym before he did.
That's awesome. That was a fun one to watch for sure. Okay, here's a good one. So are you, and if you're not allowed to or don't want to announce yet, that's fine. Do you know if you're doing TFX or not?
I got to qualify, but yeah, I think I got
okay.
Yeah, I got to qualify, but I'll be planning on doing it.
And does that have nothing? So obviously you want to make it from the online, but you'd be doing NorCal no matter what. And then what, you're just treating TFX basically as, hey, this is my semifinal if I need it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to plan on doing NorCal, TFX, and obviously the online semifinals, and hopefully qualify through online. I think it's going to be 12 people will get through now.
Yep.
So even if things go well and I qualify through there, I'm still going to go to TFX and NorCal and just beat up on people.
That's awesome. I love it because I'm going to TFX, so it'll be good to have some good people there, fun people to watch. I feel like if I were an athlete, it'd be a little bit anxiety provoking. Like even for me, just looking at 2 from here, 2 from here. This one's run like this one's run like that. For media, for people with podcasts, like especially like Spin and Savon, they're gonna have so many topics and shows to do. It's great for them, but dude, that I guess it's unknown and unknowable, and it's been happening for a long time. But what you've done it for a little while now, and it seems like something changes every season. Are you just used to it at this point, or do these things still kind of throw you off? Like when you're getting in the groove, we had semifinals for a few years now, and obviously they've changed it again.
Steel trap, dude. This is a steel trap. You can't feed the negative thoughts that are going through.
I like
came up
that.
in the sport at CrossFit Kilo, and Armor McCormick is the owner there, and he is a Marine and served with Brian Chontosh. And a lot of the things I learned mentally in this sport came from Armand. And whenever there was just kind of like adversity or bullshit or whatever, his mindset was always like, "All right, cool, let's go do it. Now let's go attack it. Take it head on and don't." It's easy to feel sorry for yourself and be like, "Oh shit, I don't like this season format. This is going to be hard, blah, 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 whatever. But, how cool would it be if when they announced all these changes, or like when NorCal last minute announced that they're going to be an in-person qualifier, and by the way, the qualifier starts tomorrow.
I love that.
If instead of the games athletes going, "Oh, really? You couldn't give me a heads up? Come on, what's going on? We just making shit up?" If instead we all just said, "All right, cool, let's do it. We got some adversity here. We didn't know this was coming up, but we're professionals and we stay ready, and we're gonna go hit it head on." I think that would be cool. And people used to look up to games athletes in the community, but now a lot of people see us as entitled, whiny athletes, and that kind of sucks. But that's on us. We've definitely earned that, I think.
Cool. Do you think you'll ever stop pig farming and go athlete full time, or do you feel like it actually helps you stay consistent and like to a schedule and kind of gritty? I'll keep going. Actually, there's I think it's called the talent code. They talk about athletes who make it. They do really well. They get out of the slums or wherever they were, and now they're in these like cushy environments where they're training, and they came from these dirt environments, and now they're not performing as well because they're not really fighting for anything. And
Conor McGregor.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, there's certainly something to that. I would like to train full time, hopefully soon, or as close to full time as I can get while taking care of these wiener dogs. It's pretty tough sometimes keeping these guys wrinkled.
Oh, they're awesome.
But yeah, definitely there is something to that, to where I think, especially in a sport like this, where your progression is significantly driven by your intensity and training, and that is predicated on how much you're willing to suffer day in and day out, and how disciplined are you going to be with your diet and your sleep. And fuck, my buddies want me to go have a beer with them this weekend, I gotta say no again, or whatever, and things like that. So, but also I think I have something wrong with me, and I have to be stressed out. I don't know. I was like, because like Sundays, if I don't, so like Sundays are my rest days, and if I like sleep in, just kind of lay around or whatever and rest, I'll get like a really debilitating migraine. And just on the research I've been doing, it says it could be something to do with like my stress hormones being elevated throughout the week, and then there's just like this big dump on Sunday, and I guess that gives me a headache. So I think I have to stay stressed out or I'm gonna die.
That's crazy. They say that the most successful people aren't the most even-keeled people, like people who have not a panic, but a constant slight heightened awareness, like a little bit of stress or urgency, a few different words, tend to be the most successful people.
Yeah, mine's called Hispanic panic. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
What's that?
Hispanic panic.
It's just constantly stressed. Got to do stuff. Got to be productive.
Dude, Rolo, I was on video with Rolo the other day. It was hilarious. I've always like seen him.
Oh, this is great.
I'm gonna come across as so racist. I've always seen him as like just a white guy, like he's got a mohawk, and I know he's Hispanic, but in my head he's just a white dude like me. And then we were on the phone, and he buttons up he's getting ready to go out with his wife.
Yeah,
he puts a button up like all the way to like the top or something. And I'm like, holy crap! I'm like, you just like turned Mexican right in front of me. He literally like something changed.
Yeah.
He had this like buttoned all the way up to the top, and I saw it. He just appeared, and he was like Cholo. I was like, you are Mexican.
That's so good.
It was crazy.
I'm the same way. I look, I'm like, I just look like all my friends, whatever. And sometimes I'll pass the mirror and catch a glimpse. I'm like, damn, dude, I look Mexican as hell.
Dude,
holy
I do
shit.
that. I do that too. Like in high school, there's you walk into the room or the building, and like these this glass kind of case, and there's stuff behind it or whatever. It's like a glass wall. And I was friends with a lot of the linemen and stuff from the football team. And most of the day, I'm just like walking around and think I'm pretty normal. But every day when I walk into school with them, I do a double take. I'm like, holy shit! Like, have I always been this short?
When you were in high school and stuff, Colten, did you wish you were taller? Like, did you ever think to yourself, like, damn, dude, to be 6 foot?
I thought I was gonna be taller. I'm like, dude, any day now. The ghost
Yeah.
coming, but no,
Yeah.
it's cool. It's whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't mind it.
Oh, hey, Vindicate's here. I got 4 shirts from him. I'm pumped. I think he has I don't want to say too much. Well, I think he said it, but he's got a new site coming out
New
here
site
soon.
coming up. That's right.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a discount code, and
This
it's
shirt on there too.
oh
You can
wow,
see it
I didn't know that. That's
And
not
the
there
shirt.
yet, but that,
And the shirt.
what is
Yeah,
that
there.
one? Is that
Paper
paper?
Shoot Coffee.
Oh, okay, cool.
Vindicate does all
No,
Paper Shoot Coffee, Meme for Time, Mertens, Teeny Weenies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and since you had to hit 100 for the free shipping, and there was a discount, I was the lucky recipient the other day of he wanted to test some things, and I had messaged him some other messages, and so he said, "Hey, go into the site and see if this works. We'll run your order through or whatnot." So I got that discount code. I meant to get 2 shirts. I got 4. I got a Colten shirt, the most recent one. I got it in pink because I have my favorite pink Hiller no rep shirt, or like the red what is it, like red dye, but it's like pinkish. And I got a stain on it the other day, but I don't want to buy the same no rep shirt. Like, I have to get a new one. So I got that Colten one. And then I got my first CEO shirt, and I got
Nice.
2 Hiller shirts. Rolo, you were 5th. I feel like the Meme for Time shirt I have is still pretty new. I wanted to get your new one.
I need to.
I feel bad. I
no,
didn't.
No, I don't feel bad. I need
Okay.
to be a better. I'd do more coaching, do more things, so that people can feel like they want to wear the t-shirts. So we're gonna put some meaning behind it throughout the year. That's why I'm trying to do more coaching and be out here more often. Anyway, I have to go. Unfortunately,
Okay.
Both. I got to go.
Perfect.
At jujitsu, these like.
Hey,
I go to kids class 3 to 12, so I can actually win. So
yeah. Before we all get off, I have one last question for Colten, real quick. Hey,
you don't
what
have
about
it? Because I do. So
yeah. But
Okay.
we're all gonna go together. He scares me. Okay. So check this out. Last question. I feel like your documentary would be amazing. Would you and Hiller ever connect, do you think, for something like that? Because I want to see that.
Yeah, for sure. He actually asked me to come out a while ago, and then I'm like, yeah, for sure. And then he asked me what dates, whatever. Then I think I just ignored him because I was nervous. We haven't talked about it since, but yeah, you can.
All right.
I would love Andrew to come out. He's not that far away. Maybe 4.5 hour drive for me. But yeah,
I think that would be the biggest one.
We got the spare bedroom done to the house. You can sleep here. You don't have to sleep in the doghouse if you come over. But yeah.
All right, I'm sending him this. I'm sending this clip because I think everybody wants to see that. All right, guys. Hey, I really appreciate it. Thanks for getting on, and good luck with the rest of your nights, I guess.
All right, good seeing you guys.
Bye.
I love you. Say it back.
Love you.